to another week of FF14 achievement grinding. Today, we're finally wrapping up all of the hunting logs. The goal? To be free of this grind once and for all! This has taken longer than I expected. So I'm hoping to finish it up today. So please enjoy as we go through all of these hunting logs with some wonderful memes along the way. First up is the Marauder log. Oh, there's a fate. Do I need this fate? Oh no, I don't. Daddy Longlegs. What a name. Oh goodness. I don't like how accurate it is though. This thing has some massive legs. And that mouth? That's nightmare fuel. We're leaving. Goodbye. It's nice doing these logs though. I've been getting more comfortable on jobs I haven't touched in forever. Warrior especially, I really need to get better at tanking. It's one of those things I've always avoided, but since I'm doing the mentor grind now, I kind of have to learn. I'm curious, so how would you feel watching me tank in mentor roulettes? Watching me fail some mechanics or pretend I know what the pathing is for the dungeon only to get lost. Tanking hasn't been my calling, but hey, every great tank started somewhere, and right now that somewhere is being terrified of going into mentor roulette as a tank. I'm also kind of vibing with the warrior rotation. It's simple but satisfying. Swing axe, make big number, go burr. That's just something I really like about that. Alright, last few kills here and done. Marauder log completed. 1 down, 5 more to go. Alright, Lancer time, which is also known as Dragoon. I love Dragoon, so this one is going to be a treat. Fun fact, I actually rated on Dragoon for the last Pandemonium tier, and it was so much fun. Dragoon is such a flashy, high-risk job with all of your jumps because you have to try and plan out a fight where you make your jump without falling off the platform. I have backflipped off the arenas more times than I count. My healer would just sigh every time. I swear, there's something about backflipping that just calls to the void. My healer at the time was an agent of chaos, though. They would rescue me on purpose into different mechanics, like the tank towers in what was it? P6S? Or, P7S. It would be P7S. They would rescue me, and they rescue me into these tank towers. I think I have a clip of that somewhere that I can show you guys.
Yeah, I did awesome in purple.
No.
You son of a... Why did you do that to me?
You deserve
Or not.
Angela's not the one who fucked up, dude.
I did nothing
But
wrong.
she's still Angela. You thought about it.
Doing this log actually makes me miss raiding. I took a break this current tier due to medical reasons, and I'm very excited to jump back in when 7.4 comes out. I really miss hanging out with my static, and they were always so fun to be around, even when they're trolling me by trying to murder me. Also, can we talk about how pretty the spears are in this game? Like, right now, I have the Yukon weapon, and I really love the glow and how, like, there's these little, like, sparkles that come out when you do the attacking animations. Here's the last few mobs here, and we are going to get them all done. And that is it. Lancer log completed. This was very smooth, and honestly, it brought back a lot of memories from Endwalker raiding, and I'm just very excited to jump into a lot more content with this. I'm gonna say it. I don't like how Bard sounds. the bowstring noise just drives me crazy. I don't know why, but it just sounds off to me. Which is funny because I did the entire Heavensward Bard relic grind. I suffer for that weapon and barely use it. Classic MMO logic. But we'll speed through this. Archer logs are just really easy, mainly because I already know where the mobs are, and also we just melt them so quickly. You know, I will say though, I do like the Bard animations, especially with the jumping around that we do. But the sound, just not for me. But we're gonna get this done quick and painless and just speed right through it. Rogue, which is also known as Ninja, is such a fun class. I just love all the animations where you just like flip through the sky, and then the fact that you also have a extra movement speed than any other job does. Like, that's just so cool. But while I'm running around just stabbing things, I've been thinking a lot about the crafting side of achievements. I haven't completed them really, and I honestly need to start. There is so many crafting achievements that I'm actually really close to finishing, and they've just been sitting there. Like, when I go to my near completion tab of my achievements, you'll see that there is some of them that are like, oh, I just need to do 4 things, and then the achievement is done. But the problem is, crafting is just so hard to make interesting in video formatting. Like, what am I supposed to say? And here I have craft 1,000 items for my crafting log. Yay! It's not exactly riveting content. I might see if I can try and add some kind of challenge to it though. Maybe finishing a crafting achievement before a X amount of time runs out or something like that. I don't know. I'll need to brainstorm it. If you have any suggestions, please leave a comment below, because I'm more than open to it, because I want to get a lot of these crafting achievements done, but I know they're not really the most entertaining type of content for you to sit and watch. I could probably also do story time, as I do have a lot of stories of my life that I could share. Because, like, fun fact, I grew up around medieval reenactment. Like, my dad went to Scotland to fight for the US team. I also played the cello. I also have done some plays before. So I've had some very interesting life. I've also had my U-Haul trailer got stolen when I moved. So, like, I have some cool stories. But it would help my overall completion heart if we got a lot of these achievements done. Because I think if I honestly sat down and spent a week on these achievements for the crafters and gatherers, I could probably get half of them done just because of how close several of them are. And then there'd just only be the really grindy ones left to do. Oh, and I still need to do my moon grind. I've been pushing that off a little bit since I started it in episode 1. But I really need to just spend some time on it, which I think I'll be doing this upcoming week. When my work project launches, I really have a lot of time to do content, so I can't just sit down and do crafting because it's something very mindless to do. Alright, let's get back to focusing on the log so you guys aren't hearing me just sit and ramble for like minutes on end. And that is the rogue log completed. Well, now let's go to White Mage! Woo! And time for the classic conjurer, also known as White Mage. By the time this video goes up, patch 7.35 should be out, and I'm so excited. The new Deep Dungeon looks incredible. I've seen some screenshots, and the vibe is everything. The cute little fairyland, and like the pink aesthetic with like all the flowers and stuff like that. I love it, and I can't wait to dive in and farm out those mounts. I really want like the pink flower leaf mount. Like, I desperately want that. I know it's a reskin, but I do not care. It just looks phenomenal. And yes, I'm going to be that person who probably runs it like 50 times to get all the glamours and housing items. And I hope we get a lot of cool wall lights or like nature themed decors, because like that's just literally that Deep Dungeon. So like give me that decor. Because I really want to help make the SC house more into that forest cove kind of thing with flower fields. So like this would help so much. Also, the Monster Hunter collab, oh my goodness, I am dying for that, and I can't wait to do it with my friends. I can't wait to see what the fight looks like. I've been like trying to avoid everything around that to make sure I go in 100% blind, but I know it has to be chaotic, and it's gonna be like just so interesting. And I hope it's gonna be like Rathalos, where you didn't really get indicators and everything. So I'm really hoping for that. But overall, I'm just really excited. I did see some of the mounts for it, and I'm like, yep, we're going to be grinding that out. Conjure itself, also White Mage, is just a really relaxing class to play. White Mage is like my go-to healer for whenever I don't want to think. If I want like engaging gameplay, I'll generally go to Scholar or Astrologian. But if my mental is just like shot for the day or anything, I'll just do White Mage. But while we're doing this, I'll toss a question out there. What have you been enjoying in the current patch? Or is it something that you're looking forward to? Like, I know I'm looking forward to Beastmaster, and I can't wait to see where we get from there. I love hearing everyone's different takes, and it's fun seeing how everyone approaches all the different content. Anyway, last few mobs and Conjure Log is now complete. And now, we're going for the best one next. Saving the best for last, Arcanist, which goes into Summoner and Scholar. This is my first job in Final Fantasy XIV. I started the game with a carbuncle by my side, and I never looked back. I love the little guy. Even now, I really wish they add the Obsidian Carbuncle as a glamour. We got that in Stormblood with Alphino, and I really want it for us. I'd drop everything to have that unlocked. But for now, I'll settle for Ruby Carbuncle. It's still adorable. Overall, these hunting logs actually have way more mobs than I expected. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to finish this within one weekend, but as you can see with how these videos released, that did not happen. It's actually taken me 2 weeks to complete all these hunting logs, which is very interesting. The mobs are like 56 to 66, and that wasn't something I fully anticipated when I started this grind. But I'm very glad that I did start it. You know what's funny? I didn't realize how long I'd be recording in this session, and it's starting to get late. So I should probably get some sleep here soon because I do have work tomorrow. So yeah, but I refuse to stop until this log is completed. So we're gonna go ahead and get this done. Yay! But how long did it take you to complete your hunting logs? Did you just take an entire day, or did it also take you about, like, I think 3 full days to complete everything? Okay, so I nearly capped on tomes again, which means it's relic time! Today I'm going to be grabbing my Dawn Trail Summoner relic. It feels good that I'm doing all of this on content instead of waiting for like the next expansion. I am very bad about getting all of the relics, especially after the Shadowbringers experience. Shadowbringers, I tried getting every single relic on content and just burned myself out. This first stage doesn't have a glow, but that's perfectly fine. We're going to be getting the second one here, probably within the next week or so. But I do like the vibe of the weapon, but I don't think it's as good as the Heavensward relic at this current time. I am hoping that they go big for these relic sets, like in the next few stages, that we get some really awesome glows. Like, I miss having the fairy rings or the dragon glows for Summoner and Scholar. So I'm really hoping that they go more into that this time around. So I thought that this video wouldn't have like enough commentary or footage, so I decided, why not raid? Specifically, the Eden's Promise Eternity, E12 Normal. I want to complete my raids, and this is one of them that I need to complete. So I only have to do 2 runs to get this done. So I figured, why not just knock it out right now, just make my life easier. I haven't done this fight in ages, and I forgot everything. Like the story mechanic, the primals mechanics, like what they do, like Ifrit being a side and Garuda being intercards or cardinals. Yeah, the memory is just gone for this. We wiped on our first pull purely because me and the other healers and rezzers just basically died. And it was purely mainly because of Rust, because we just haven't done this in a while. The second run, though, went a lot smoother. I was on White Mage, so I was able to fix a lot of my mistakes and also get the party up pretty quickly when we had deaths. I was starting to remember the mechanics as they were happening, like Titan, oh yeah, that's the bomb phase, okay, and then Shiva, you know, being the icy mechanic spread, so getting there. Overall, though, this fight is incredible, and E12S is honestly just something very nice to do. I've been doing free prog lately, so being in here is like, ah, yes, bring back where it all started. So it's very much fun. But the cherry on top here is we broke 16,000 achievement points. This is such an amazing milestone for me because I've been at 15k for so long, just not really thinking about my achievements. So seeing that we got to 16k in 4 episodes, it makes me really think that we probably could hit 20k by the end of the year if I keep up this pace. So here hoping to several more achievement grinds that we can finish this year, and hopefully my work doesn't, like, you know, burn me out. Woo! And that's it for today's video. We've completed 9 achievements for a total of 155 points. Slowly but surely we're getting there. You might have noticed a mentor achievement pop up on this list, but there is 0 mentor relics in this video. If you want to see that journey, my mentor relic series is linked below. I'll be uploading that alongside these achievement videos every week, so it's double the fun and double the chaos. Thank you again for hanging out with me and watching me suffer through these logs. Stay sweet, everyone, and please enjoy one of my other videos. Yay!